In today's video, I'm going to talk to you about how you can speed up your shot so that you don't get blocked as much. This is going to be a very important video if you find yourself unable to get your shot off because those defenders are closing in on you and you don't feel like your shot is fast enough. So the first thing that you need to know is, of course, to have a fast shot, you actually have to load your legs before you even get the ball sometimes. A lot of players will be standing there and they'll just get that ball, they'll turn, and at that point, it's too late. They haven't set up for their shot yet. You have to know what you're going to do before you even do it in basketball, especially when you start getting to the older levels. When you start getting to high school, you can't just receive that ball, turn, and then, okay, I'll take that shot. It's not going to work like that. There's going to be fast defenses. Even moving down to the grade 7 level, we're seeing it now, or at least I'm seeing it, where the defenses are moving a lot quicker than they used to when I was a kid. And because of that, you're going to have to load your shot first. And what I mean by that is you should be already bent knees receiving that ball, because when you turn, guess what? You should be already either ready to drive. This is triple threat. When you receive that ball, you can go into triple threat. Look at your defense, see what's happening, and if you're already loaded in your legs, you just have to go up for your shot. You don't have to catch that ball, turn, load, and go up. That takes way too long. You need to be able to receive that ball, knees already bent, turn, and then go up. That's a much faster shot, and that one tip can save you a lot of seconds when it comes to trying to get your shot off. On top of what I just showed you with the loaded knees already, what was one more thing that I also showed but I didn't talk about? That was my foot placement. So what I mean by that is I already have my foot where I want it to be. Let's say I'm shooting at the net, and let's say you're at the net right now. My foot's already pointing towards that rim. My foot's already back. I'm squared up. I'm receiving that ball. My knees are already loaded. I turn. Now I'm perfectly where I want to be with my feet. I turned my foot in, or my whole body really in, to get my right side in line, and I can pull for that shot. Being able to do a quick pivot and shot is going to speed up your shooting. You're not going to be catching that ball, taking a dribble in. That's too long in some cases. So get that foot already planted, turn, and shoot. Now, if you're on the left wing, which is where I'm at right now, and you have, let's say you're the point guard at the camera right now, and you pass me that ball. Because I'm on the left side, I want my left foot to be planted and turn my right foot in. Even if I'm left-handed, I'll still turn that right foot in to be able to pull for that shot. You don't want to have your right foot planted, receive that ball, and turn in like this from the right side, because what's going to happen is, first off, you're not balanced very well, but also if you're looking this way and you're receiving it on this side, guess what? If there's a defender trying to pick that off, you're not going to be in position to be able to grab it. If there's a defender, you're not going to be able to put your back to him, get that ball and spin off and attack the rim. So make sure to know your foot placement. You want to have your shoulders square with the player who passes to you, turn, knees already loaded, and you can go for your shot. And basically it's going to be the same on the right wing. You're going to have your right foot planted, you're going to have your knees already loaded, and for us right-handed people, we're just going to do a quick turn slightly. We don't need to turn our left foot all the way in front. You don't want to have your left foot in front of your right if you're a right-handed shooter. You want to just turn, plant, and go up. Now, of course, if you're left-handed, you're going to want to turn more and get that left foot in line and also in front of your right, so you can go up for your left-handed shot. Another way that you can speed up your shot is to remove a lot of your dip. And what I mean by that is, when you get that ball, if you need to dip and then go up, just start down there. If you need a dip, start down lower. So instead of having to dip the ball, just start down lower. Catch that ball wherever it is and go up. That's going to be much quicker for you than catching that ball, dipping, and then going up. If you have a dip, that's fine. That's like a backswing in golf. However, if you can try to practice removing that dip and just start already down low and go straight up, that's going to take a lot of time off your shot, and it's going to allow you to get that shot off much quicker. So by removing that dip and just going straight up, it's going to be a lot better. Also, if you catch that ball way over here, instead of bringing it over here, step in, down, already have your feet planted where you want them, bring it over to your right side and go up exactly where you were. You should be able to try and figure out where that ball is going before you get it. If it's going way over to your left side, bring it back in, go up. Start down low, straight up again is going to help you speed up your shot. One last tip I'm going to give you will actually give you more power as well, and it's called a one motion shot. There's a thing called a two motion and a one motion. A two motion shot is when you're shooting, you go up and then you release. A lot of players will do that if they want to take power off their shot. However, if you can control the amount of power that you have off of a one motion shot, for example, you go straight up into your shot, that's going to be a much faster shot. If you're younger, it will give you more power. And guess what? Players like Steph Curry, Kyrie Irving kind of has a two motion shot, but Steph Curry has a one motion shot, and he is the #1 shooter ever in the NBA. This is because with a one motion shot, you can get more power, you can shoot from farther away. However, again, it's much quicker. And the final tip I'm going to give you is this. If you are a right-handed player, you definitely need to learn how to dribble left. And if you're a left-handed player, you definitely need to know how to dribble right. Because if you're a right-handed player and you only drive or dribble right, you're gonna have to plant that left foot, turn all the way around, and then take that shot. Or you're gonna dribble right, plant that foot, do a quarter turn, take that shot and kick that right leg out, because then you need to get your right side in line, and that kick does help you do that. If you're a right-handed player and you do like maybe a quick step back to the left side, or even just pull up to the left side, guess what? Your right side's already in line. You don't need to turn to get that in line. You could literally be just quick shot, very quick, very one motion even. And guess what? You don't even need to have a dip at that point. Being able to drive and dribble to your weak side will actually help you have a faster shot, because now that shooting side, for me, my right side, is already in line. If you're left-handed, your left side's already in line. You can get that shot off much faster. I'm gonna give you a little tip when it comes to this. If you are a right-handed shooter and your offense, let's say, is either a 4 or a 5-out offense, and you take a ton of threes, try to set up more often on the right side of the court. The reason being is now that player, let's say you're running a 5-out screen away, that player is going to be screening for you. You're going to be running towards your left side, and if you receive that ball, plant that right foot. You just have to do a quarter turn here, and you can go straight up for your shot, and because you're coming to the left side, your right side of your body's already in line, and it's a much faster shot. Now, for the coaches out there, if you are a coach who is telling your team not to shoot threes, guess what's going to happen? They're probably going to be shooting a lot of threes, and they're going to be worried if they miss, which means that their shooting percentage goes lower. Myself, I'm a coach. I coach 3 different teams. And when it comes down to it, I tell my team, hey, you're free to take threes. I don't care if you take a 3. Take as many as you want. Even with my younger grade 7 team, I want them to take threes. And I'm going to tell you right now, guess what? Guess how high their shooting percentage is? We're averaging over 40% from 3 for the entire team. I've got one single player shooting 75% from 3 over an 8-game span. Why is this? Well, the reason being is now they're not afraid to take that shot, so they know that they are not going to get in trouble for taking that 3. But also now, guess how many threes that we're taking a game? We're only taking 10 to 15 threes a game, which is really not a lot considering that we're looking at other teams who are taking 20 to 30 at that same grade 7 level. And they're shooting at 10% and we're shooting at 40. It's not because my players are any better shooters than the other team, it's because they're free to be able to take those shots. And because they're free to be able to take those shots, they are now seeking out the better shot. They're not basically shooting contested shots. That's why I like to coach that way, and that's why everyone should be coaching that way. Anyways, I hope that you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, hit that like button, subscribe. I'll see you guys again next time.